So you're thinking about moving to South Louisiana and you're thinking, man, the real estate market is crazy right now. I think I might just wait it out. Well, I think that's not a good idea, and we're going to talk about it in this video. Is the real estate market going to crash in 2022? Is it still a good time to buy? Make sure you stay tuned to the end because what I have to share with you is very important, and you're going to want to know these things. It could cost you thousands, and we're getting after it right now. Hey, if this is your first time to the channel and you want to know anything and everything about eating, sleeping, playing, the good and the bad of living in South Louisiana, then make sure you subscribe and tap the bell for notifications so you can be the first to know about the real estate market here in our area. My name is Carson, and my girlfriend and partner Natalie and I are real estate agents with Weichert Realtors Losher Properties. We're also investors and private money brokers as well, and we love helping people just like you with the process of buying and selling real estate. And what we want you to know is that whether you're moving in 9 days or 90 days, whatever it is, guys, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or schedule a Zoom call with us, and we'll be happy to help you make that smooth move to South Louisiana. So in this video, we are talking about the real estate market here in South Louisiana, as well as the real estate market in general. If it's gonna crash, my opinion is no, it's not gonna crash, and I'll tell you why I believe that. So in a lot of markets across the US, home prices did appreciate by 20 to 30%, which means that just 2 years ago, if you bought a $200,000 house, you might have been up $60,000 with a home worth price of $260,000. In just a couple of years, that's a crazy amount of appreciation. People have made a ton of equity in these last few years. So a lot of people will have you believe that it's completely unrealistic that the real estate market could keep going up after seeing such huge amount of gain, huge amount of appreciation over the last few years. There's no way it could just keep going up, right? Well, there are a few factors that you have to keep in mind, one being the record low inventory that has been reported as of late. Now, some experts are saying 3 to 5 million is the ballpark range. Some are saying 4 million about for how many homes we are short right now on the market. This means we've got a ton of buyers, a ton of demand. This can be hedge funds buying up properties, first-time home buyers, second-time home buyers, people looking to buy Airbnb or investment properties. Everyone's buying real estate right now, but there isn't enough supply to match it. So we have a supply and demand issue, right? There's not enough homes on the market to meet the demand. And so naturally, with a supply and demand issue like that, it's gonna push upward pressure on home prices and cause them to appreciate. Now, yes, interest rates are definitely rising. We're at about double what we were just a year ago. We went from below 3s not too long ago to now close to 6 and approaching 6+. And this does absolutely put downward pressure on home prices, right? But we, again, have such low inventory that the interest rates, all that's gonna do is just slow down the appreciation a little bit. Now, yes, interest rates definitely have been rising as of late. We're at almost double what we were not too long ago. We were at under 3%, and now we're approaching 6, and sooner or later 6+. Now, yes, absolutely, this does put downward pressure on home prices, but with such low inventory, it's only gonna slow it down. So let's talk about what real estate experts are projecting for 2022, as well as the upcoming years in the future. So for 2022, they're expecting about a 9% total appreciation, and then in 2023, a 4.74% growth, 2024, a 3.67% growth, 2025, 3.41%, and then again in 2026, a 3.57% growth. So they don't expect a crash coming up anytime soon. So let's talk about what happened in 2008. This was the last crash, recession, bubble pop, whatever you want to call it. And let's talk about what actually happened in 2008 for that to occur. See, back then, lenders were very lenient about the loans that they were giving out. They were essentially giving them out to everybody. They weren't really harsh on the credit and debt to income ratio back then. They were giving out a lot of loans that people actually could not afford and be able to pay back. This led, of course, to a lot of people defaulting on their loans because they couldn't afford them in the first place, as well as a series of government bailouts to organizations like Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. This means that we shouldn't expect the same magnitude of foreclosures and defaults as we had in the past, because people can actually afford the loans that they have. Not to mention that people do have an insane amount of equity. Now, a lot of people did refinance their homes, but still there's many out there that have so much equity that they could just sell that home instead of being foreclosed on. So I'm sure that you've heard that a lot of Californians are moving out of California and into states like New Mexico, Arizona, and Texas. They're also moving down here to Louisiana. And guys, these Californians are used to such high home prices that they have hundreds of thousands of dollars that they're willing to spend when they come down here, and they're willing to buy at a price so that they can win the deal and actually get the property, and they get in and they cause massive appreciation just by buying what they would consider to be a normally priced house. This is all not to mention the massive amount of inflation that we've been experiencing as of late, since of all the money that has been printed. I mean, have you seen gas prices lately? Have you seen the cost of milk and bread lately when you've been shopping at the grocery store? Have you noticed that difference? Because the same is true in anything else that you're gonna buy. If one thing goes up in price, the next thing is going to go up in price. So real estate is something that is affected by inflation. It's not just natural appreciation. It also is affected by inflation. So I said all that to say this. Maybe you wait to buy real estate now, and then you wait 2-3 years and the market's up another 10 to 15%. Wouldn't you have wished that you would have bought now? Now, no one can absolutely know what's going to happen in the real estate market. I can't tell you for sure. I can tell you my opinion, and I can give you my best guess based on the data that I've seen. I do not expect the market to crash. I expect it to keep going up, just at a much slower rate than what we've seen in the past couple years. So you would want to go ahead and buy now, because over time, even if the market does crash, if you sit on that thing for 10 years, I guarantee you're gonna make a lot of money just from that natural appreciation. So as investors, there are certain times when you wanna buy mainly for cash flow instead of appreciation. There should always be a healthy balance of cash flow and appreciation just to minimize your risk. But as for primary residences, guys, you can't lose buying a primary residence, because over time it is going to appreciate regardless of when in the market cycle you buy. It's going to appreciate. You can't lose. No matter when you buy, it's always a good time to buy real estate. The only time it wouldn't be a good idea to buy real estate is if you couldn't afford your loan, like in 2008, because then you would become bankrupt and you would lose your home. So I hope you understand these key differences between the 2008 real estate market and the 2022 real estate market. We can afford our loans nowadays. We're not going to have a ton of pre-foreclosures like we've seen in the past. We have record low inventory and such high demand, and we can't keep up with it. And guys, it's such a different atmosphere as 2008. I don't expect it to crash. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. I can just tell you my opinion based on what I've seen, like I told you. But if you found any value in this video whatsoever, do me a favor and subscribe and tap the bell for notifications. If you have any questions about anything I said in this video, or if you're looking to buy or sell real estate, whether it's in the next 9 days or in the next 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email, or schedule a Zoom call with us. We'll be happy to help you make that smooth move to South Louisiana. And other than that, see you around town.